Hi, Marilyn O'Malley here of MarilynO'Malley.com, and today I want to talk to you about an Akashic record reading that I had, and then I want to tell you about starseeds and why this is important for you to know. You might be one, and you might not be one. So I had an Akashic record reading about a month ago. Fabulous, and I will turn you on to the woman who read me, Renee Furbush, Furbush, and it enlightened me. It validated me. It was validation for me, not that it validated me, but it was validation for me. It opened my eyes to see myself in a much broader way than I was seeing myself. It validated that I'm on the right path and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here, and actually is helping me even more. So get on track and speak to particularly the Starseeds who I'm here to help, but now I can define it better rather than just all sensitives. And again, share, be the teacher and share with you, even if you're not a starseed, so that you know and you can have a better understanding of the starseeds who are coming in and doing some incredible work here. But it's also difficult for them to come in here. And so I thought I'm sharing from Steve Nobel's Nobel. His website is thesoulmatrix.com. I'm sharing from his free ebook on Starseeds. And I highly recommend that you get it and read the whole thing if you're interested. You probably, if you are a baby boomer, you probably have a child or a grandchild who is a starseed, or will be having them come in. I think probably a lot of the new kids, new children that are coming in, there's a lot more starseeds. Starseeds are here to help change up the systems of the that aren't working, are here to bring love instead of fear, are here to bring more light into the world than the darkness. And they have chosen to come here to help humanity and our planet. This is not their natural place, so a lot of them of living, they live out in the universe on other planets, other stars, and that they've done this on different planets. And again, I know some of you are going, what? But I think when you start reading and you start looking around, I'm sure a lot of you know children, autistic children, who are geniuses or have an entire, an incredible gift or light that they bring to the world. I'm sure that you know of ADHD kids who, who were thinking, they're just saying that they're so smart, they're bored in school and they just can't sit still, and they're again disrupting the systems that aren't working anymore. And so again, my point is like, look around. I'm sure that that you are in some way have come across a starseed in your life, if you are not one yourself. Particularly if you're attracted to the work that I do. I'm just finding that naturally these people are in my lives and have been my clients, and you learn the things that you need to learn when it's time to learn it, right? So I'm expanding my paradigm, my perception of the world. And so why is it difficult for the star seeds when they come here? They're at a different vibration than our dense three-dimensional world, which is shifting. We're shifting. The world is shifting into a five-dimensional world, so a much higher vibration than where we are. And there are some people who are holding that energy, and a lot of them are the star seeds, and so that's what they're coming in to hold this energy in order to raise the consciousness of humanity and the planet to this 5D. And it takes a lot of energy. What I'm learning is that we couldn't do it without the star seeds. We couldn't do it without that power. So they're really, it's the light, holding the light, so we can see what's not working, the darkness, the shadows, the corruptions, all the stuff that we're seeing in the world, and why we're seeing this, and why it's all bubbling up. It's all bubbling up because the light is getting brighter, and so that we can see it and realize that we have to do something about it, right? So I don't want to get into politics, and you might think of starseeds. Some of you might be familiar with the indigo children, or the crystal children, or the star children. Another subgroup of that. I was an early indigo, or at least that's the name that we know then. I did not know starseed then. And I'm also I found through my Akashic reading that I am called a parallel, and there's only 50,000 of us here on the planet that are parallels, because our vibration is so high that a lot of times they're wanting to commit suicide or leave the planet because it's too much for them, all of the feelings, and they're highly, highly, highly empathic, and so they're picking up on all this information, plus having to deal with whatever traumas and stuff, whatever family they came in. They either have trauma or drama around them, and sometimes it's just way too much for them, even though they're these beautiful spirits, and so they have trouble being here on the planet. And the reason I have come back, in my Akashic records, it says I've been here 8 times. A lot of people who are not starseeds who have been here could have been here 200 lives, 100 lives. But a lot of the starseeds that are coming in now, this is their first time on Earth, or their second time, and they don't know how to deal with things. They don't know they don't know what empathic is. They just know what they know. So I'm going to share with you common signs of being a starseed, and you can see if you relate to any of those. And if you are one, do some more research, and I'm going to share, like I said, some resources with you, like Steve Noble, and know I'm here to help if you have any questions, and that also you might have a different perception or compassion now towards those people that you see in the world who are sensitive in this way. So I'm really starting to see that there's a spectrum of sensitivity that isn't just the highly sensitive that Elaine Aron talks about. We have now the sensitives who have come in and who are here for the first time on the planet and are vibing at such a higher vibration that it feels overwhelming to them. And they're here to help us all. They're here to spread love and to hold light for the betterment of all, right? They've come here for you. So even if you don't know, if you're not a starseed, but I would hope that now when you see people who are going out there and doing things, some of these kids are fearless. They don't know fear. They when you're living out there in the planet, it's like they don't have the programming and the karma that people who've been on the planet multiple times, or more, what do I want to say, the humans, that Earth humans, right, instead of Starseed humans, they don't come in with that stuff. So they a lot of them are like fearless in doing things. They hear something, they get it right away. You know, their knowledge, their consciousness is just beyond where we are at, and they just know things. You go, well, how do you know that? And they just go, I just know. So you might have more compassion towards them, and compassion towards what they're doing here, and appreciate that. We have all this support that's coming down to support us in creating a better planet, and higher consciousness living. So a common sign of being a starseed is Earth does not feel like home. You have a sense of being different, and you do not really feel like you fit in. You might feel weird or eccentric, different. And I'm sorry, I'm reading because this is fairly new, but I feel like I need to get this information out. And you may judge yourself for being different. You try to fit in, but it only leads to unhappiness and depression. You may feel ungrounded because you do not feel Earth is your home. And to feel more connected to the Earth, you need to learn to connect and ground into the high frequency within the Earth core. The second one is you have a high sensitivity. So you may have an aversion to bright or unnatural lights. A lot of the stuff that I talk about as being a highly sensitive, loud noises, chaotic noise. You're naturally psychic and empathic, very empathic. You feel energy, and you can read people easily. And you feel the thoughts and feelings of other people because of this. And because of that, you don't want to go out and be in crowds or be around people. You don't know how to manage that so that you're not taking that on. And then you're sensitive also to drugs, alcohol, even like aspirin. You may also feel sensitive to Wi-Fi, to electronics and stuff around you. The third is you have been cast as the black sheep in the family. Hello. How many of us have been there? You just do things different. You believe things differently than the rest of your family. You just can't understand why it is that they believe what they do. And you're kind of the emotional, what do I want to say? You express the emotions of the family that the family can't express themselves. Or that they're avoiding, and so you're helping the family heal, even though they think you're crazy or they don't understand what it is that you're doing. You're helping everybody get unstuck. You may feel rejected by them, and that they do not understand you. So the fourth one is you have a different kind of intelligence. So, yeah, I found that this is, you are highly intuitive and creative rather than left-brained. And your genius comes from an ability to synergize left and right brain types of thinking. You can be imaginative and logical at the same time. You tend to be solution-focused, futuristic, and visionary. You do not need to work things out in a conventional way. You just know things. And you can think in innovative ways. You can dream the future and have a sense of personal mission, even if you do not know what it is. Okay, does that relate to anybody? Number 5, you are drawn to explore alternative lifestyles. You are perhaps drawn to yoga, martial arts, different healthy ways of eating, a vegan. You're innovative also in health. You're looking for the best ways, the newest thing that is faster, deeper, and longer lasting. You feel an urge to explore community living or creating communities. You may love to travel and explore a different way of living than simply joining the rat race. How many of us have been wanting to get out of the rat race? Made choices to not do that. Doing work that you love is a concept that you get immediately, since you are not very good at doing boring, mundane jobs. 6, you are drawn to cutting edge spirituality. You avoid authoritarian religion and also spiritual groups or gurus that try to overly influence or control your spiritual direction. You feel drawn to search out the missing elements of spiritual teachings that are not found in religion. You search for similarities and parallels in spiritual teachings and seek to find the unifying and underlying principles with them. You feel a strong connection to nature, which you find healing and restorative. You have a natural connection to spirit guides and angelic forces and are drawn to energy healing work. You may feel different forms of light magic. You may be attracted to New Age spirituality and channeling. You feel attracted to the stars and feel an inner calling or connection to the cosmos. How many can relate to that? You are a unity consciousness manifester. This one applies once you have woken up. So if you've woken up from your 3D dualistic living, right? When this happens, you naturally feel it connected to your higher self and all the higher frequencies available in the universe. You feel there are unseen hands guiding your path. You feel connected to the myriad of angels and guides around you. You know how to create or magnetize your reality. That's what I teach. You are drawn to learn more about the law of attraction. You know reality is more fluid than most people realize. You feel the world is increasingly dreamlike. You know and experience that energy can be shifted and transformed through intention, focus, and imagination. Perhaps you feel drawn to work with ritual, sound, and symbols to manifest what you want. You may somehow know the laws of this 3D world can be bent, in some instances transcended. You experience all sorts of synchronicities and miracles in your life. So that's what you do after you wake up. So if you haven't woken up yet, that's what you get to look forward to. And again, like I said, that's one of the things I teach. I'm actually going to be teaching a workshop in September. That's a 12-week program that will go through that. So Starseeds are light workers and healers, earth workers and body workers. They're technical innovators, system busters, and dark arts practitioners, and soul awakeners. So there's a lot of Starseeds. Let me see if I missed anything. I think that's all that I'm going to do right now. So this is just giving you an opening to what Starseeds are. You can Google it and go on. There's a lot of stuff in YouTube. And like I said, I really like Steve Nobel's stuff. And seeing whether you are that. And if you are feeling alone in this and feeling separate and like you don't belong here, and you're not understanding why. Hopefully this gives you some information that you can start to digest and feel, and it will awaken, because when we come in, we forget. When we come in into onto this planet, when we're born, we don't remember necessarily why we came, why we're here. And hopefully there's some are, and they're keeping that memory, but others are, because of the family and not really supportive, and but of a starseed, or understanding them, wouldn't realize that they need to be cared for differently, and offered different opportunities, and nurtured in different ways, instead of treating them like there's something wrong with them, they're broken, or they're too sensitive, or they're the black sheep of the family. Why don't you get with it? And understand that they're here to bring new knowledge, and more light, and more consciousness to the planet. And they made a decision to come in and to help us do this. And I know you might not have personally asked for the help, but this is so we don't lose our planet, and so that we can build a planet that is communities living in peace and love, and creating together extraordinary lives and an extraordinary planet. So I leave you with that, and I will continue to talk about this some more, and share with you more information as I'm guided. And I hope this sparks some curiosity, and that you go and follow that curiosity, and an opening in your heart, and just knowing, like, there's all these earth angels, right? You can think of starseeds as like earth angels too. They're here to support you, so you're not alone. And if you are feeling alone, reach out. There are groups. There are starseed groups. So reach out and find those groups. If you need to, or if that's your desire, if you feel called, go search them out, and see what see what resonates, right? And then you can not feel alone, or feel so desperate. And so I'm here to share with you there's hope, and there's more than hope, that you can learn how to be here and live your life. In fact, my title, my workshop is Higher Dimensional Living. So it's like you can live a higher dimensional life, and you just need to learn what some of those what some of the skills are, and learn what it's like to be here on Earth if you haven't been, and it's confusing to you, and realize not everybody's going to get you, and not everybody's going to understand, and that's all right, because you're not to be like everybody else. You're to be you, and do what you are called to do. And I'm here to help you do that. And I'm finding there's some beautiful people out there that are also here to help you. And so we're going to create a community, right, of all of us helping each other raise the consciousness of the planet, and bring a lot of loving light to it. Take care until we meet again. Love, live, and matter. Bye.